What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Christina. I am 37 years old. I am an all-cash budgeter from Tennessee who is 100% in love with all things supernatural. And to all my returning subscribers, what's up, fam? How you doing? Today it is time to set up our May budget. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our 1-year weekly budget planner that you can find linked down below. It is the top link on my link tree. You can also get to it through going through my favorites. So go check that out. These tabs are also available in my favorites as well. So I already have part of it set up. I've already tried to write down the things that I know we're going to need, as well as our bills and our basic categories and our income. So that way we have an idea of what we're looking at for the month overall. But I wanted to get you guys in with me to go over the rest of it. So we've had a couple of small changes and I want us to do that together. So let's get into it. We're first going to go up here to our bills, and I'm going to add those up real quick. Okay, so let's grab our pen, and our total bills are going to be $2,815. And now I'm going to zoom you guys in for the next part of our budget. Alright, now that you're zoomed in, I'm going to have to remember to keep making sure you're adjusted for, but let's get into it. So in this book, you have your weekly and bi-weekly here, and then how much that is total monthly, and the difference is for whatever you don't spend of it. So if you budget out $10 a week, which is $40 a month, and you only spend 30 of that, that means that you've gained an extra $10 to put towards your savings challenges and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do $10 for dining out, which is $40 a month. Gas will be getting $100, and I may be adjusting that later on, but for right now, I'm going to leave it as it is. Just because gas is starting to increase again. Groceries, we've been doing only $75. I'm going to go to $125 a month this time around. And my brain is not functioning, so 125 times 4 is $500. And I do apologize if you hear my dog snoring. Household will be getting $10, which is $40. Nicotine will be getting $40, which is $160 a month. Snacks will be getting $20, so that is $80 a month. Car maintenance will be getting $5 a week, as will family time, fur babies, and lawn care. So that will be a total of $20 for each one of those categories for the entire month. So now that I have that, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to add up this column first to see how much our total variable expenses will be for each week. And then I'm going to see how much they'll be for the month overall, so we can plan for our monthly budget. Okay, so that's going to be $325 each week. That's going to really hurt our sinking funds, but it's okay. We have to do these things. We have to get prepared. So for the month, we're going to be at $1,300. And then I always like to come down here to the bottom. Let me try to fold this up real quick so that I can scoot you up a little bit more. So I always come down here and I'll take our income for the entire month. I will subtract it from our bill money. And then I subtract our total of our variable expenses, and let's see what that difference is. So that leaves us with $135 that we'll be able to put into our sinking funds. So a lot less than we were able to last month, but that's okay. Some months are going to be like that, and that's all right. It is okay for some months to be better for your sinking funds than others. I mean, we're saving up for a long term. That's what our sinking funds are for. All right, so now we are going to go in here, and I try to pay, because my husband is on disability. He is a disabled Navy vet. We try to pay as much of the bills as we can, because my paycheck is the only one that I get throughout the rest of the month. So we try to pay all of the bills possible on this first paycheck. So we're going to do our city, and I'm just going to transfer all these amounts, except I'm going to skip house, so we know how we need to break that down. Alright, I had to grab my whiteout because I went ahead and put something for phone and TV, and I know that we will not be able to do that as well. Alright, now I'm going to come down here to my variable expenses, and I'm going to put, oh, and I didn't even include, look at me, shame on me, I didn't even put my idiots fund, which is $20, so that actually makes it $13.20 for the month, which knocks us down. We change that. It takes it down to $115 that we're able to stuff for the month. So we're going to do our dining out of 10. And then our idiots fund will get $20. I only stuff that once a month. That is in case we go over, and 20 is all that I can stuff right now. I do have to get my debts paid down, but I'm working on something to make it a little bit more fun for me, because it's kind of depressing just doing it. And that's all right. Sometimes that's going to happen. It's okay. So let's fold this up here. So we're going to start with the $42.50. Take out the $85, which leaves us at $41.65. Minus $200 is $3,965. All right. So now that we know where we're at, I'm going to skip that one long enough to go ahead and calculate these real quick. Okay, so we're at $31.35. That doesn't sound right. Okay, I know that's not right. I know what I did, guys. I'm losing my mind. I apologize. I was putting my entire month's income all in one paycheck, and that is not the way that works. That would be great if that was my income a week, but that's not where we're at. So it's supposed to be $14.50. All right, so let's white out these amounts. So that's $2,000. All right, now we can get somewhere. 19, 15, 17, 15. Now we can go back to what we were doing. Okay, so we are at $540 left. I really need to put $400 into house. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get an idea if weekly we are at $325 for our funds. My normal paycheck minus $325 minus $300 towards the house is going to leave me with $125. So I think I will just divide the phone bill into $100 increments, and we'll go from there. So we're going to go back to our $17.15, and we're going to go through here and subtract it and keep up with our balance over here. Okay, so next up, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this entire column to make sure we have our right amount. So that has us putting $1,615 towards bills. And if you were to take that from the $2,000 we started with, that is the $385 that we have remaining. So next we're going to go down here to our variables. We're going to start with 385 minus 10 is 375, minus 100 is 275, minus 125 is 150, then we're at 140, 100, 80, 75, 70, 65, 60, and 40. Means we have $40 remaining. So now we're going to add up this column to be sure we're correct there. That is $345. And if you take 385 minus 345, that is the $40 difference. So what we are going to do is we're going to come right over here and we're just going to put challenges, which is our sinking funds. I just kind of mix them up. And we'll be doing our entire 40 to that. We're not going to do debt. Like I said, I'm working on something that's going to make it more fun for me. So when we do our 40, that's going to leave us with a zero-based budget. And nothing there. So right here is what you're going to use to write up your cash teller slip. I have those available in my Etsy shop. It's also linked down below. So while this is working, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to transfer everything over here to our cash breakdown sheet so that we can get the proper denominations we need when we go to the bank. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'll fold this up. Well, you know what? We're actually going to need to lay it like this. I'll stop hitting the calculator. Alright, so now we're going to go in here and we are going to see what kind of denominations that we're going to need for each one of these amounts now that I have them all transferred over. We're going to start with house. And it's going to be getting 4 100s. Our Walmart card is going to get 100, a 20, and a 5. Discover will get a 50, a 20, and a 5. Our utilities will get a 100, 2 50s, 4 20s, a 10, and 2 5s. And that's because that's for 2 different bills and I want to be sure that I can pull the proper denominations out. Next up is going to be Capital One, which will get a 50. Upgrade will get 2 100s, a 50, a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. Our phone will get a $100 bill. Dining out gets 2 5s. Gas gets 4 20s, a 10, and 2 5s. Groceries will get 5 20s, 2 10s, and a 5. Household will get a $10 bill. Nicotine gets a 20, a 10, and 2 5s. Snacks gets 21s. Next up, down to car maintenance. It will receive a 5. These two get 5s. Idiots will get a 20. Family time and fur babies both get 5. And challenges will get a 20, a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. Alright. So now I'm going to add up each one of these columns to see what we're going to be needing to get from the bank. Now you will notice there are bills that are not over here, and that's because they're automatically paid straight from my account. about the same time as this right here happens. So I just decided to leave that money in the bank instead of pulling it out. So now I'm going to take these amounts here and I'm going to transfer them over to the front page. Now let's make sure that we have everything correct. So that should be 900 in $100 bills. That should be 250 in 50s. 360 in 20s. 80 in 10s. 85 in 5s and 30 in 1s. So that brings our total to, sorry about that, didn't mean to bump you guys. So that brings us to 1705. So we're going to go back over to that other page real quick and just make sure all of those amounts total the 1705. I'm at 1665. What did I miss? Okay, I'm at 1665 and I had counted over here 1705 minus 1705, which is a difference of $40. So where is that 40? Let's check our 20s first. And this happens sometimes. It's okay. Can't always get it right the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. And 18 times 20 is 360. Okay. Let's check our 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. That's 30. Okay, so that's right. 125, 50, 75. 1, 2. See, this is why we do this. This is why we found it. So I was trying to do extra money right here because I had $80 in 20s and then here's the extra. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that. So that's 200. We'll do 2 20s. A 10 and 2 5s. So that means our 5 stayed the same. Alright, so that should mean that instead of 18 we have 16. So 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. There is our $40. On the positive side, that was a quick fix. I have had it where my brain hasn't been working properly that day. Something's been going on. I don't know what it was. And it took me forever to find where my mistake was. So that's 16, which 16 times 20 is 320. So now this should be the correct amount. There we go, 1665. That is exactly what we're supposed to have. So that is our breakdown for our first paycheck of May. Let me zoom you out. And so we have our first check figured out, and then we will continue. I normally do 2 budget with me's, one showing our first pay, which has the most amount of money, and then one showing my regular pay throughout the month. So keep an eye out for one of those later on if you want to see how we manage on a smaller budget each week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys in my next video. As we always say, carry on.